hashtag replay if you are watching the replay, please. So I know you were here. I'm trying to find some pictures because people are like, you lost 100 pounds, but they've never seen me bigger. Some people don't believe it. So I'm trying to find a picture here. So whenever you pop in, say hello. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. I was 250 pounds, and hi guys, I didn't like my picture taken. So, there's that. But I know I have pictures because I know I did this video on my public Tara Eveland page a couple months ago. So let me just dig in my little photo box. Okay, I actually found one. I'm nursing my baby here, but so maybe I can find a better one. Hey guys, so I'm about to tell you this story. At the end of 2015, it was December 2015, I went to the doctor and I stepped on the scale and I was 248 pounds. I was like, shit, man. I feel like crap. I was at the doctor because my knee hurt. And then I started trying to watch what I eat. And it was so hard. But I do have some tips, so I'm going to share those. So, like I said, whenever I started, I was 248 pounds. So, there is... Can you see me? Okay, and then, so this was December 2015, and then this was at some point, I'm not exactly sure on this one, but I had started lifting. So anyways, I was 248 pounds. I went to the doctor for my knee. And long story short, guys, I was super unhealthy. So my blood pressure was super high. My blood sugar was super high. And my thyroid was super messed up. So essentially I had 3 babies in, 10 years, and I didn't exercise. And as you get older, it's, it just gains on and on. So here's a picture of my face. This is whenever I first started trying to make a change. So I was at this doctor's appointment and I was listening to what they were telling me was, everything going on in my blood work. And my kids were sitting there and I'm like, crap, I am getting older and I want to be here for my kids. So I decided that I was going to do something. And what I did was I just failed a whole bunch, but I just kept going. That's the trick. That's what I did. So I just had a son, and right here he is nursing. So he was real little, nursing, and I was trying to make milk. And so I had to watch that I still ate enough calories, and I couldn't do any diet drinks. I couldn't do any, I don't even know what they're called, weight loss things to give me energy, anything like that. So what I had to do was the old-fashioned way. So I started writing down what I ate, trying to, I should say, but just being more conscious of what I needed to do. So one thing I know I did was I found the simplest exercise program I possibly could ever find. Because my back hurt, I was depressed, I was 250 pounds. I hadn't exercised forever. So I bought PIO, which is Pilates and yoga, together, and it was a Beachbody program, and they sent it, to my house. It was a video. Anyways, I did that, and what I would do, I remember I would get up, I started getting up before my kids, and I would go into the living room, and I would put on the DVD, and I would press play. And I remember the first time I ever did it, my husband and everybody was sitting on the couch in the living room, and of course they got up as soon as I did, but they were all sitting there with bowls of cereal, just watching me try to do this video. And I only made it 5 minutes. I was super out of shape, but I made it that 5 minutes. I turned it off and I was like, okay, I did this. And then what I would do is I just committed to every day pressing play and doing something. And then once I would do it more, getting into the habit of getting there and doing it, it just became a habit. And so I ended up doing this program. I remember doing all the moves on the modified version. But just getting up and moving and being more conscious, I started losing weight. So, and that was that picture I actually maybe I should have organized this before I went live. Okay, so I had lost my first 20 pounds, and right here, I remember what I did was I would go live on Periscope. Periscope was huge at the time, and Facebook didn't even have a live option. I would go live and I would share what I was doing, and I had lost 20 pounds. I was super excited. I would post it on social media. My friends would encourage me. So if I see someone like doing the same thing, I have a friend, Michelle, doing this right now, and I absolutely love it because going on and sharing it with other people, it was like a whole backbone support system. So this is, November 2015 to November 2016. So I want to say this first year I had lost, I think, about 50 pounds. And it was during this first year that I did the PIO. And then right after the PIO, I'm trying to think what I did next. I think it's called Size. It's, with Sean T, who's like insane. He does insanity programs, but it was dancing, and I was still super big. Obviously, I just lost 20 pounds. But same thing. I would go on there, I'd press play, and I would do what I can. And I would only get like 10, 15 minutes through, but I kept doing it every day. Another thing that I did was I didn't diet, like in the sense that I never was like, you can't have this, you can't eat this. Like if I wanted the pizza and the donut, like I ate the pizza and the donut. So it took me a lot longer to lose this 100 pounds than it does people that are like super serious and like super willpower, but I don't have that. I freaking love food. So what I did, and again, I was breastfeeding. So, what I did was though, I started just changing just like one teeny thing a day. So for instance, I made myself start eating breakfast, and I'm really bad about it now that I lost the weight. I'm like back to not eating breakfast because I don't like to eat in the morning. I started eating breakfast, and then I started eating like every 2 hours. So I put myself back on kind of the pregnancy diabetic diet that I had done with all 3 children. So that started really improving my blood sugar because the doctor was like, you got to take your sugar. So I started checking my sugar, and that really, really helped, just eating that every 2 hours. And I remember I would just go one meal at a time because I could not think, about tomorrow. Like I would get overwhelmed. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is too freaking much. So in the beginning, I would just start with just making small little changes, like trying to eat something in the morning. But again, the biggest thing that I tell people is just the consistency, because I would eat crap, or I would, not work out a few days. And it's so easy when you do that to just be like, oh, well, I failed. Like, oh, I tried to lose weight again and I failed. Now, honestly, I personally have never been that type of person, because I watched my dear granny, God rest her soul, do so many fad diets and so many different things, and it was insane to me. And I think that's why I never did like fad diets or anything. So that's what I did. I just started small and just did one change at a time. And then I will say, like, what really, really changed is after Size, then I found CrossFit. So you see me here lifting the weights here. What I did was I had started lifting a little bit of weights in a program called 21 Day Fix. Now I did the 21 Day Fix exercises, and I did not do the diet part of it, which I told people that, and they're like, what? Why? Again, I didn't want to limit food because I was like, I can work out, but I'm not giving up my pizza. Like, I'm not doing it, people. Carbs are my spirit animal. So I didn't do that. But I started lifting the weights in the 21 Day Fix, just little like green bean cans, and then I went to a 5-pound weight. And I found that I love lifting weights. I love the exercises with weights. So I tried a CrossFit class and I literally fell in love. I loved it. And I went, I went 3 days a week, at 5:30 in the morning, and it was so cold. It was so cold, but I always went and I loved it. And I had, like a CrossFit family there. So I did lose about 50 pounds that first year. And then that brought me into 2017, since it's like the end of the year, right? This last year, hey Jula, this last year, and this kind of shows I had started getting into CrossFit and just started being like, oh, I might have muscle under there. And this is whenever I was big, and I was telling you guys, like, I would just go and press play, even if it was for like 5 minutes. I would just do something. But my family would sit there with these big ass bowls of cereal, just like eating their cereal, watching me work out. But what happened was they saw me do it every single day. And so they started doing it. My husband got up and he started working out, and we've done this mostly together. So, we also did stuff like this. So we started just getting out and just moving, just getting out and going. I remember when I first started buying workout clothes, I was buying 2X and 3X. And now some of my mediums are too big, and it's crazy. So last week, so this is this year, and I've lost like another 50 pounds this year. So last week I weighed myself and I was officially down 100 pounds. And I will say what has changed in the last year is that I dropped the Loratabs and got the CBD oil. With the Loratabs, I guess I didn't, like, my pain in my back was down so that I could exercise and whatnot. But it always had this like looking back at it now, I always see like this like clouded veil, okay? And my brain was always cloudy, and I just wasn't, it was like I still had the pain, but this like curtain had been pulled down on it. So I ended up hurting myself at CrossFit, and I was out and everything, and on these narcotic pain pills. And because I was hurt, I started taking more than I was supposed to. And I don't ever want to say that I was addicted, because the doctor prescribed them, and I have scoliosis. I was in horrible pain. But if you get to a point where you run out of a prescription and you are throwing up and you have goosebumps on you and your head is like a metal clanging sound, and you're physically sick because you don't have a medication, your body is addicted to that medication, regardless of whether or not you want to be. And that, unfortunately, is the opioid crisis. So I got off of those 2017, and it has been a year on just the CBD. And what it has done is it heals that inflammation from the inside, so that I don't need the medication for the pain, because it's actually working from the inside. So I get people to ask me this all the time. Did the CBD, is that why you lost the weight? And I tell them yes and no, because I had lost the first 50 pounds. And then I had kind of stalled for a long time, because I just didn't feel good enough to push. And if you've ever lost a huge amount of weight, you do plateau, and then you're like, crap, that sucks. So that's what happened, and I just kind of stayed that way. And then I started the CBD, and I ditched the Loratabs after all those years. And I've just felt so good this past year. I started doing yoga as well, and yoga went from like, I'm gonna check this out for my back pain, a natural option. It went from that to like an obsession for me. So I'm getting ready to go to class in just a little bit. But I do go, I like to go 4 or 5 times a week, and the class is like an hour. And then I also like to work out there as well, because they have childcare, and I might as well. So basically the 100 pounds, you guys, is finding something that works for you. I didn't know I enjoyed lifting weights until I tried it. And I was so big and so depressed and in pain that I just honestly didn't know where to start. And I didn't have anyone tell me, hey, you can do it your way. Like you can, try different things and, you don't have to diet. Or, you can do this, but not this. I didn't have anyone give me that permission. But if you know me at all, I'm a rebel. So I was like, whatever. So yeah, I did the 21-day fix exercises without the containers. I did, meal portion control without restricting what I actually ate. Did it take me a lot longer? Yes. But I didn't diet. I changed my life. I changed my eating habits. I changed what I buy at the store. I changed what I do in the morning. Instead of eating the cereal on the couch, I'm up, I'm working out. And I found what I love. I love weightlifting and I absolutely love yoga. Yoga is insane. If you have never tried it and you think, oh, well, it can't be a workout. It's like, just people like stretching. It's not that. It's actually very hard and it builds muscle. So let me see if I can show you guys. Oh, I have like some muscle finally. So I do love that. And that's what I do. That's what I do now. And hopefully I will just maintain this weight. Now, one of the things though that I didn't realize, I didn't think a whole bunch about, I guess, was how my body would look different. I guess we just all, I just thought I would lose this weight and my body would be toned and back to how it looked before. That's not necessarily true. That's not true at all. Because I've had 3 kids and I was, 100 pounds heavier, have skin, okay? And that's something that I get to deal with now, and I'll have to update you guys later. But the CBD in and of itself does not act as a weight loss supplement, but what it does is it helps you heal from the inside so that you can feel good enough to work out and maybe, break that plateau like I did. So that's that. I did not use any fancy weight loss things, just over time making better choices. So I would say, I wish there was a magic pill for you, but I kind of feel like if there was a magic pill, no, I know if there was a magic pill that we could take, then it wouldn't feel this good. If you took it, you get skinny, whatever. Now that I have gotten healthy and I feel healthier and I can do things with my kids and I've done this on my own, I just feel so proud of myself. And if there was a quick fix to this, I wouldn't have that sense of pride and I wouldn't feel so good because I wouldn't go out working out and know all this that I know now. So hope that helped you guys in some way. And CBD has helped my cravings and made it easier for me. Yeah, so that's another, yeah, totally. So I just want to keep this short for the replay, but I do appreciate you guys coming on and listening to my story. If you want a more detailed version, I do have a detailed weight loss video where I show pictures as I went, chronological pictures as I go along. And I also have, it's public in my photo albums. If you go to my albums, I have weight loss journey and you can see my pictures that I have taken along the way. So I still have some ways to go. I want to get stronger and just see what happens. So thank you so much for sharing in the journey. A huge part of it has been social media and you guys having my back and the support that you guys give me. So awesome. So I hope you guys have a great day and I will hear from you hopefully tonight on our Opportunity Live where we give away $200. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.